What's good? It's your boy OG Illa. This is the Music Shop interview, and I got my man Smyth Knight. How are you doing, bro?
Doing great, man.
All right, man. So you're the prodigy in Richmond right now, man. You're the young prodigy. You're making huge waves, and what I think is really cool about what you're doing is like a lot of people seem to be behind what you're doing, and that's important. Can you give us a little like history on how you came up in the city?
So so I started rapping around the city and just trying to get myself out there when I was about 16, so like 2017, and it kind of first started out as me like loving, like starting to rap by myself and being in Chesterfield and starting to rap, but not really seeing a lot of my friends rap and trying to figure out like where I can go to perform or where I can go to work on my craft. So around that time, RVA Lyricist Lounge at the time, that's what it was called, Rap Elite now, but Radio B was getting RVA Lyricist Lounge popping, and there was the ciphers going on and everything at Strange Matter. So I would just constantly, when I found out about that, I would just constantly hit up Radio B trying to get into the cipher, but whole time I was like 16, so I was way too young to get into any of the
can't how you gonna rap? You can't even get in the club.
Exactly. I'm on Chris Brown, so I couldn't even get inside. So eventually I just started like standing outside Strange Matter, and that's where I met a lot of the Richmond legends outside, just Nicholas F., Michael Millions. Just started meeting and trying to spark conversation with them. And then one day basically I hit up Radio, and he had an opportunity for me to get in the cypher at Virginia Union for a panel they were doing for Richmond hip hop, and that's really where it all started. I got in there.
You were 16 at this time,
I was
right?
16. I think I was 16.
Maybe 17,
like,
but you were young.
I was like either 15 or 16.
Oh, 15.
Like, yeah, because I think what happened, I remember him saying like what age I was, and I told him a lie to make myself a little bit older. And he announced it at the site. He's like, he's only however old I was.
He's only 12 years old.
And I was like, damn, I'm really 11, but nah. But I know I was a year younger than he announced, which I just tried to get in somehow.
Hey, you're just trying to make it happen. That's all right.
Sure.
So before I get to some of my other questions, how did it feel at that moment? You're 15, 16, somewhere around that age, and you're on stage at a college.
Yeah.
And you're not only at the college, but you're with some experienced rappers, guys who've been doing this for a long time. Tell me what that's like at that moment.
It's nerve-wracking kind of, but I'm not really. I've never had stage fright or anything like that, so I didn't really.
Were you proud of yourself?
Yeah. And like, see, like, I got the verse ready to pull up, and I was like, I got to do something that's really gonna show people, like, really establish myself.
Yeah.
So, cause he told me who was in the cipher. He's like, Anakin gonna be in the cipher, Kane gonna be in the cipher.
Okay, Kane can rap too.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it was.
It's just some heavy hitters.
Nicole Hicks was gonna be in the cipher.
Yes.
So I was like, okay. So I was like,
you got come with it.
Yeah. So what I did was I dissed like 3 people in the cipher.
Other rappers that were in the cipher?
I dissed Radio, Michael Millions, and Fly Anakin on stage.
Okay. So he just.
But like they were like poking fun, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, after that they fucked with it though.
That's love. Yeah. That's love.
It was it was just something like to say what's up.
Hey,
like,
I'm here.
What's up?
I'm here, man.
So but it's all love.
So we see this theme a lot in your projects and your music. It comes up, in your marketing. You're from Chesterfield.
Yes, sir.
So like you said, that's an area that's not talked about a lot. I don't know many rappers. I know a few, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know many rappers from Chesterfield. What's significant for you to represent Chesterfield so much?
So obviously that's where I grew up. So that's like significant to who I am as a person.
Yeah.
But the real reason I put that out there, and the reason I named my project that, was just because it's like I didn't want to fake where I was from or fake who I was off the bat. I wanted to say, this is where I'm from. I'm not from Southside. I'm not from Richmond. I'm not from here or there. Yeah. So I said, this is exactly where I'm from, North Chesterfield. I know it's not talked about. I know there's not a lot of artists from there, but I'm going to just put myself out there and and be honest from who I am and where I'm from.
That's respect. That's respect.
That's why I named it that.
So going through this process, we talked a little bit behind the scenes, but can you give us a little synopsis of like how Kidz At Play, which is like your record label and your production company, really your collective, how that came to play or came to light?
Yeah. A little play on words.
Yeah, a little play on words. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I always knew that. So when I started rapping, like I said, I didn't have a lot of friends that were making music with me. So I was like, okay, let me just, and like I grew up on like watching like ASAP Mob, Odd Future, Pro Era, like just seeing like the dope, like upcoming young rap crews coming up and like collectives, and I was like, damn, I want something like that.
Yeah.
And like that's what I was always shooting for, and like I just looked up to like Joey and Tyler and all those people that were really.
I can see, and now that you say that, I can really see the vibe of how you got Kidz At Play. That's really cool.
So yeah, like, and then I just started like basically looking for people that had the same drive and creative want that I had, and that's when I met my homie Earth. I knew him. Well, it's like I didn't even meet them for real. It was like people that I was already friends with. We just kind of started having parallels that I didn't even know were there.
Yeah.
So I met me and my Willem. Earthzone, he's my DJ now, but him and I just ran lead on Kidz At Play for a long time when it was just us two, but we knew the whole time, we were like, we got something, this is special, we're going to keep holding on to it, we're going to make it happen. And then that's when we met Quincy X and Marquise Flower, and brought them in. At the time, Marquise wasn't making music, he was just engineering for Quincy. So he just hopped on basically to engineer everything for us, and now he's making his own music. So that's two more artists we got on a label. And then I just knew my manager, JPM, through mutual friends, and he has a huge love for everything like Dreamville and J. Cole and everything, and he looks up to like J. Cole's manager, Ebe, and everything. So we just started out as homies, and he had this love for Dreamville, so did I, and once he figured out I rapped and everything, it was just him starting to show my SoundCloud link to people and just
promoting
just putting me out there like that. And that's really how he became my manager, because it was just
that's how you do it.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
That's just what he wanted to do, and he had already, he kind of knew that like best friend like manager thing that J. Cole and Ebe had, and we just kind of applied that to us, what we had going on. And then Jay Louie, the graphic designer we have, that's another guy that I was just friends with through high school, and now he does a lot of the graphic design work with me. And then I went up to New York for a film festival, because I did film all through high school, and I had a documentary selected for a film festival. So I went up to New York, and that's where I met NHP, because he had a film there too. So we were at this.
And he's nice with it.
Yeah, he's amazing. Nice amazing. Like that trip where I met him, that was the first time we ever made a video.
Yeah.
Because, shout out Miss Bernesh. I don't know if you're gonna see this, but we snuck out because we were a block from Times Square on a school field trip.
Remember, guys, he's only 19 right now. All of these stories are happening before he's even legal.
That's right. Exactly. So yeah. We were at the hotel. We stayed at the same hotel, and he figured out I made music, whatever. We had that conversation. And we were like, bro, I got this new track called Hammer Pants. We should go out to Times Square and film, make a crazy video. So we just snuck out at like 1 a.m., went out there and just stayed out till like 3:30 in the morning, just filming a video one night. So I think that's about everybody, right?
H3 Riz.
H3 Riz. Oh yeah, and then that's JPM's friend, H3 Riz. I met him through Jacob. And he hadn't picked up a camera in however many years, but he had loved photography, and he kind of put it down for a while. So he linked up with us because he was like, I want to do a video for you. So, we did Year in Liquidation 2 was our first video, and then ever since then, he's really been a part of the team, and we've just been making amazing shit with me, him, and NHP.
Yeah, I think that, like I was telling you before, the music's great. And in Richmond, there's a especially right now, I call it the Renaissance. There's so much great music and arts emerging. But I think one of the things that really stands out to me about you, besides the age, is that you have learned how to master social media. You've got your rollout for the album, and then the deluxe project.
Yeah.
And then also things like the pizza deal.
Yeah.
So. Which is crazy because I was working on a taco deal when you saw it. I was like, yo, this kid's a genius. Like, he's really a genius. So let me hear a little bit about how that came to play and what gave you the idea to kind of like have a pizza deal.
Yeah. So when we were working through North Chesterfield, just finishing the album, that was just Rick's was just a spot we hit every fucking day.
Yeah.
Like, it was just cheap. We knew the owners, so we just pulled up and we were in there all the time. And so we just kind of made a relationship with the people that worked there, and let them know what we were about and try to talk to them about how we could possibly help them, since they've helped us so much with like basically just
looking out,
fueling, like fueling the fucking process.
These are some
of the
starving
album.
artists, man.
Exactly. So it really came out like really organically, really organically. And then obviously, just looking up to, people like Travis and people that have those type of deals right now. It was like a win-win. Just kind of makes sense.
That's a great point. So having somebody like Travis Scott, who he's an endorsement machine, and he knows how to like really not just like get an endorsement, but like bring it to life to like its max. Have you seen like a real good how do I want to say this? Have you seen yourself, your buzz, your artistry, your following, however you want to categorize it, grow since you've done this pizza deal? Yeah. Now that your face is literally like on the side of a pizza building.
As much as it like might look, like people that hate are always gonna look at it like corny, and even me, like I could see like if I was
hold on, who says corny? Let's pull up, because I think it's awesome. There's nothing corny about it. You look good in the picture. You're on the side of a fucking people who are hating right now are only mad because their face is not on the side of the building.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we all want that. You know what I'm saying? We all want to be recognized and loved, and partner with things like pizza places or whatever, places that mean a lot to us. Don't fall into that. But no matter what you do, like you said, people are gonna have something to hate about it. So how do you deal with that?
I just don't give a fuck. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's like I have thick skin or it's like self-confidence or.
You got tunnel vision right now, man.
Yeah, I don't really care. I feel good about what I'm doing, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
So I do have a question. You're 19. Are you in college?
No.
Okay, so you've decided that this is the route you're gonna go full time.
Yeah, it's a long story of how like I kind of.
Because a lot
decided not to go.
A lot of your North Chesterfield rollout was based around school. That's why I asked. You know what I'm saying? So that's it's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the long story, I'll try to summarize it. But basically, when I went up to New York and I did meet Noah and everything, we went out, we did that video. It's like, there was like college fairs, and it was like very school oriented, and it was like that was like the breaking point. It was like a decision place where it's like it's very school oriented. Like it's like a film school event. All this, there's like a college fair. NYU's giving away all this stuff. It's like, but then there's also like us running out, doing videos, having fun, running around the city, sneaking out, doing all this stuff, and it's like, what's bringing me more? It's like
what's bringing you more, like joy, or what's
joy,
bringing
and
you more,
like I like what am I getting more out of it?
It's like being more productive to what you're
like
trying
exactly.
to do. Yeah.
And I came back with the energy that it's like I want to go full in. Whatever I just did in New York, where we went out and made that happen for ourselves, like taking advantage of an opportunity and then transforming it into something that has lasted probably a lifetime. It's like I want that, so that's what I wanted to chase after.
So
and school didn't really fit that.
Yeah, that's where I really respect some of your decision making, because it doesn't sound like it was just like, oh, I want to be a rapper, and you just go be a rapper. You really weighed out the options.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? You took the time to put in the critical thinking, which a lot of young kids, including myself, when I decided, it's like, yo, I'm done college, I'm gonna go rap. I didn't put any. I was like, I'm gonna sell drugs and just go be a rapper. You seem to put some critical thought. You put together some pieces and you move forward, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? It shows. Let's fast forward a little bit, okay? We're gonna go to the Stray Cats video. I think it's up there with some of my favorite work that's come out of Richmond. Period. From everything from the song to the aesthetic the color grading on the video. I mean, y'all really capture something in a vibe, in a feel, in a moment. I felt like I was young again. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, shit, that should have been on a bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's two things I want to talk about. You had a lot of people out there.
Right.
How did that feel to have? It's a lot of, online it's easy to have thousands of followers, but it's still a disconnect.
Right.
Like it's like, yeah, you're connected, they follow you, they support you, but you're not there. You know what I'm saying? How did you feel to have people there and like behind what you're doing?
That means everything.
Yeah.
That means so much. I mean, it's like, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
It's about bringing people together, especially in like this day and age where it's like it's so hard to bring people together, and it's very like,
and it was COVID at the
right?
time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to do it, and it's like not safe in a lot of cases to do it. So you got to be careful with it. But it's like that's what people want. They want to be brought together. That's what people are looking for online right now. That's what I think this whole summer is going to be about, is people coming together. I hope so, at least.
I think you're right.
And that just for people to come together for something that we have going on and a movement we have and I have going on, it's like that means everything for sure.
So I'm gonna tell you a true story. This is all facts. I pulled up to the bike shop as y'all were pulling off. I seen you out, and I was whipped my car around in the middle of the street because I want to do this interview,
right? And
I wanted to talk to you about it right there. I didn't know that y'all were shooting a video. I just thought maybe y'all were just in the city or whatever.
Yeah.
So I whip around and I park and I go out and I see y'all pulling away. Damn. That's dead ass. No lie. And I was like, because we actually had to shoot a video for a client in the backspace right there. So I thought that was really cool because I was like, I'm still gonna catch up with him, but then I got to see kind of like in action. Yeah. So it was really sweet. Cool. And I talked to the guy who owns the shop. And he was like, yeah, they just want to shot a video. I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to let him do his thing. I ain't even going to worry about it right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, so that's a true story. I was like, oh, that's Smyth. All right, let me go holler at him real quick. But my next question off of Stray Cats is like, when you made the song, like, what was your purpose behind the song? Because it felt very hip hop-ish. Like it gave me like, I think out of all your tracks on the project, it was like the most pure hip hop song, from the beat to, to the way y'all put it together. You're rapping on it. Yeah. So where were you at like mentally when you made that song?
Physically, I was on crutches at the time. I just got hip surgery, and I was kind of like detached from all my homies.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, I was like detached from all my homies at the time because a lot of people were either downtown or whatever. Like, I was just back in Chesterfield at my mom's crib by myself, going to physical therapy.
Yeah.
So I was writing the song at that time. I wrote that and another song that's not out yet. But I just wrote that and I just really focused on my pen, my lyricism, everything like that. But then also capturing that feeling of kind of what we showed in the video, being with your friends, like
having fun.
Like the hook talking about being some stray cats in the street running around, like that's how I feel like how we're moving right now. Very like we always talk about, we have like a guerrilla style of marketing, just either on social media or we hit the street and we're putting up posters, we're running around the city, we're advertising ourselves outside as much as we can. And it's like I feel like the hook really captures that, but then also captures that feeling of we're running through this, like we're running through the game, like the hip hop game or the music game, and we're trying to figure out which way to go, and one day we're gonna find the way in. Yeah. And that's really what the song's about.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like we got like a real good feel about like what Smyth Knight has done. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about like, do you have any plans for the future? Or are you really, your main focus right now is just the deluxe project? What can we see, in the future for Smyth Knight?
I'm gonna just keep being myself, but then also like, I think right now the space I'm in, like, so I've been working on North Chesterfield, like the album, cause you got to think I put out the original version like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Put out.
How long did that take to make?
A long time, because really how it happened was I just was putting songs together because I'm like, I want to put something out, so let me just start putting songs together. So I just put some stuff that I had unreleased, and then once I had a thin line of some unreleased songs, I'm like, yo, I think I might have something.
You got like a sound, you got a
I'm
vibe,
like,
yeah.
hold on, I think I might have something.
Yeah.
So then I made more songs, and then I started to formulate the album, and that became North Chesterfield. And then, looking back at it, I had conversations with some people, and I'm like, I want to fully expand what I was trying to do the first time.
Yeah.
So that's how the deluxe came about.
That's really cool.
And I think that is like cemented. That's the complete version of what I was trying to go for from the beginning.
Yeah.
From years ago, like from like 2018 when I really started probably working on it.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted the whole time. So that's done now. So it's so exciting for me because I'm like, I can do whatever I want now.
Yeah,
I don't have to chase that sound.
Yeah. You
like
feel
that
like
was,
you've completed a mission.
Exactly. Like it was like even though I was trying to complete North Chesterfield, I was at the same time like simultaneously trying to move on from it because I was like, I keep trying to chase this sound. Like if I can't put 808s in my songs because it's not gonna sound like what the album needs to sound like. So I had to do that. Now I can do whatever.
You feel free.
Yeah, I can sing on every track if I want to. I don't have to rap. Like I think what's next for me is just like creative freedom of just finding out what I can do and trying to expand as much as I can.
I mean, you're young, bro. You got so much time right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest thing is to have time on your hands, on your side. All right, so we're gonna mix it up a little bit. I asked everybody this question. Name some of your favorite rappers from VA.
This is fun.
Yeah, some of your favorite indie rappers from VA.
Okay, let's see. One, because he has like one of my favorite albums ever, and he's the homie Michael Millions.
Okay.
I have to say, like that's my guy, and he has one of my.
He's been mentioned on here a few times.
Hard to Be King is up there for me.
Everybody
who knows me knows that.
Yeah,
for sure. So, Mike, Nicholas F. I'll get my Richmond legends out the way. Mike, Nicholas F. Radio. Those are my guys, but also I just love the music, of course. Let me keep going through some Richmond homies. My homie Saki, I don't know if you ever heard of Saki. He's me and him got a song together. He's also the homie, but he's one of my favorite artists. He just dropped a great project, Sunset Demos.
Okay.
So go check that. Saki.
Rapper or singer?
He's a rapper.
All right, cool.
Let's see. Flexico, Young Flexico. I love Young Flexico.
He's been mentioned on here a few times.
This is Monday Night. Fuck with Monday Night. Richmond. I'm trying to think.
It doesn't
of
have to be Richmond. It could be anywhere in VA. I mean, if Richmond is what you're feeling right now, that's fine. I was just letting you know there's no limits to just Richmond.
Let's see. Peter Sun, he's the homie.
Love Peter.
Al Doms, he's the homie. Out in 7-5. Tyler Donovan, out in 7-5.
Tyler, yeah.
He's actually in town today. I got linked with him. Let's see. So many people, yo. Am I missing people? What do you think?
I mean
that's
Mutant Academy.
Yeah, all of Mutant Academy.
Yeah, that's a pretty good list. And those are some of the heavy hitters from Richmond as well. That a couple of those guys have been named a few times.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then we got like other artists like Boris the Lucid, Sim is online on Instagram. She's the homie.
And these are indie artists outside of VA?
No, these are in VA.
They're on VA, cool.
Richmond and Virginia artists. Okay. There's so many people.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I love all of y'all.
Like I said, man, there's a lot of dope talent. Like I said, Renaissance era. So I'm gonna ask you one more question before we get out of here. If there was anybody in the industry you could work with right now, who would it be?
Pharrell. Hit me up.
Easy.
He's back. The Neptune's back. Him and Chad are back. I see them cooking up with IDK and them, and like IDK and
Pharrell. That's gonna be nuts.
So they were working. I saw him in like 24 karat gold working. So come link with a Virginia boy. Let's get it working.
Cool. All right. So tell them where they can find you.
You can find me everywhere. Smyth Knight. SMYTHKNIGHT. And on all streaming. Go listen to North Chesterfield Graduation Edition out right now.
The full sound.
Full sound.
All right, I'm OG Illa. This is the Music Shop, and we out, baby.
Peace.
I think I'm truly lost in this music.